Hi everyone, I'm Mika Clark from Social Policy Research Associates, or SPR. And for those of you who don't know us, SPR is a small firm in downtown Oakland, and we have had the honor of serving as the evaluation partner for OFCY and its grantees for the past few years. I want to thank you for taking the time to view this webinar about how to navigate and make use of your end-of-year program profiles. SPR designed these program profiles specifically for you, the OFCY grantees, to provide you with data about your program participants and support you in understanding the progress you have made towards your performance goals so that you can see if your progress aligns with your expectations or consider potential course corrections if necessary. And today, I'd like to walk you through the profiles so that you know exactly what data is and is not included, how to read the data, and finally, how you can use this data to support your program's continuous improvement. Before we take a look at the profiles, I'd like to give a quick overview of the data that we've included. First, we have program information, which basically just includes some basic information pulled from the administrative reports in CitySpan. Then we provide an overview of the demographics of your program's participants, followed by your program's progress toward OFCY performance measures and key evaluation indicators. The profile also includes a high-level overview of the services that your participants receive and the zip codes where your participants live, both of which come from individual level reports in CitySpan. Finally, the year-end profile includes results from the participant survey that you administered at the end of your program. The reports don't include descriptive information about your participants' experiences in your program or rich examples of the successes that you've accomplished this year. But we do try to highlight this information in our end-of-year report that describes all OFCY programs and is shared publicly by OFCY. And now, looking at the profile, you'll see on the top page, we have program information, including your program name, agency name, the strategy your program belongs to, the grant amount that you've received, and the project description that has been entered in CitySpan. If this description is not accurate, please update it in CitySpan and let us know as soon as you can. And in the middle of the first page, you'll find your participants' demographics. This includes the total number of youth enrolled in your program, as well as their race and ethnicity, gender, and age. Again, this is all pulled from the information that you enter into CitySpan. And for our parent support and education programs, we also include this information for your adult participants. And at the bottom of the first page, you will find your progress toward OFCY performance measures and key evaluation indicators. The performance measures include your progress toward enrolling the number of participants you had projected enrolling and your progress toward meeting the units of service you had projected. OFCY has set a benchmark of 80% for each of these performance measures. We also included 2 additional evaluation indicators. For programs that serve youth, we included the percentage of youth who receive 40 or more hours of service, with the understanding that this might not align with everyone's program model, and that's totally okay. This just gives us an extra indicator of the intensity of services that are provided. We also included the percentage of youth aged 8 and above who completed a survey. To calculate this, we divide the number of youth who completed a survey by the number of youth who were at least 8 years old on the first day of the grant. And finally, we have included a strategy level average for each of these performance measures and evaluation indicators, just to give you a sense of how your program lines up with other programs in your strategy. And now looking at the very bottom of the page, we have our program quality scores, which are determined by the results of the participant survey. You will see a score for each dimension of quality that we look at for the OFCY evaluation. These quality dimensions were identified in collaboration with OFCY grantees in the past. On the 3rd and 4th pages of this profile, you will find the survey results for each specific question that map to these quality indicators. And now moving on to the 2nd page of your profile. At the top, you will see information about services and attendance. This includes the total number of participants served and the total units of service provided compared to what was projected. Next, you'll find the top 3 service categories, which shows the types of activities that your participants spent the most time engaged in, according to your CitySpan data. And to the right, we have the level of services that participants received. As you can see in this example, 19% of participants from this program attended for at least 120 hours. And now on to the bottom of the 2nd page, you'll see the distribution of participants by zip code. The size of the bubbles in the map reflect the percentage of your participants who come from that zip code. The third page includes detailed information about the results from the participant survey. At the top of the page, you'll see the total number of participants who submitted surveys, followed by participant outcomes that are relevant to your program. For programs that serve youth, you will find general youth development outcomes on this page. The percentages in the outcomes section reflect the percentage of participants who agreed or strongly agreed with questions mapped to each outcome. You will also find results from last year under the fiscal year 17-18 scores column, as well as strategy level results, which shows the percentage of youth from other programs in our strategy who agreed or disagreed to these questions. These columns allow you to compare the results to last year and to see how your results compare to similar programs. Next, under this section, you will find survey results for individual questions, grouped by the quality dimension that they map to. For example, under safety, you will find survey results for the survey questions that were used to calculate the safety score that was displayed on the first page of the program. Again, we provide strategy level results to allow you to compare your results to those of similar programs. On the following pages, you'll find additional survey results. For youth programs, you will find scores for strategy-specific outcomes, as well as the individual questions that mapped to these outcomes. And for early childhood programs, you'll find the results of additional survey questions that are not tied to your quality or outcome scores. So to review, your end-of-year program profiles include information, mostly pulled from CitySpan, to describe the participants you served, the level and types of services provided, and their perspective on program quality and participant outcomes as measured by participant surveys. Now we want to talk a bit about how you can use this information to support your program in the future. First, this is a good time to check that your data has been accurately captured in CitySpan. If you think there may be issues with how your data is being reported, this is the time to reach out to us so that we can troubleshoot any potential issues. Second, this is a great opportunity for you to assess if you met your program goals last summer and over the year. Did youth spend time engaged in the activities that you think are most important? Did you serve your target group? And did participant survey results demonstrate any areas that you would like to focus on in the future? And finally, going over these results with your team will help you plan for programming in the future. You may want to think about what areas you really excelled in and why, and what support might help you meet your program's goals. We always encourage OFCY grantees to reach out to each other for advice and just to see how others are approaching their programming. Well, we hope you find these profiles to be useful. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me directly. We appreciate you and everything you do for the children, youth, and families of Oakland. Thank you.